This is the Inferno. Often regarded as the most difficult challenge within old school RuneScape, this wave-based minigame tests not just your skill, but also your stamina. As you progress through the waves, you'll have more monsters to deal with, making it tougher and tougher until you reach Zuck at wave 69, the final boss. Manage to defeat Zuck and you'll be rewarded with the best melee cape in the game, the Infernal Cape. Die at any point during this encounter and you'll have to restart at wave 1, making this not just mechanically challenging but also a mental test to stay calm under pressure and focus on the basics. This is without a doubt the biggest challenge I've faced on my account up until this point, and in today's video I will be getting my Infernal Cape, no matter what. This is Autios. In November of 2023, I downgraded this account from an Ultimate Ironman to a regular Ironman with one goal in mind. I want to take on the biggest challenges within RuneScape and I want to obtain the best gear in the game. Follow along on my Ironman progress series. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of my Ironman progress series. In today's episode, we're going to be completing the Inferno. No matter what, no matter how long it takes, we're going to get it done. And this is honestly something that I should already have done. My gear's pretty good. I've put this off for quite a while, and so let's just do a quick recap on where we're at with the Inferno attempts on my account. So I'll show a few death screenshots on the screen now. Basically, it started out really bad like most people in the Inferno, but have slowly gotten a little bit better. Basically, up until this point, I've just learned how to do a little bit of the one-tick flicking on the blobs, and I've learned the pillar stacks and things like that. And just knowing those skills, I've actually been able to get pretty far in the Inferno. But this was a while back. So back in September, I actually made it to wave 61, which has been the personal best on this account. So my plan for this video to start is I want to do some of the simulator. So for anyone curious, this is the simulator that I was referring to. I'm not going to add a link to this video because I'm just hesitant to add links for anything RuneScape related. But you can probably find it just by Googling it. Honestly, the thing that I found the most helpful about this isn't actually using this to practice the flicking and stuff like that, but just thinking about it. So what I've been doing is I'll pause the wave and I'll just think, okay, what would I do if this wave spawned? How would I solve it? So one thing that I learned from watching No Monkey's guides and things like that on the Inferno is that I really just need to bite the bullet and get some Huasca seeds before I send any attempts. That way I can get the prayer regen pots. So I did take a little bit of a detour to Huey Cuddle, sending solo attempts to try and get some Huasca seeds. Oh, baby, we got it. 20 Huasca seeds and an orange beam for that. And then I had another bright idea. I thought before we even send the Inferno, I just did Alchemical Hydra. I have all these dragon bones. I have so much prayer XP banked right now. Why don't I go get level 88 prayer? And the reason I want level 88 specifically is because that's a threshold where every super restore potion that I sip will give me an extra dose of prayer back, which is big because basically over the course of the entire run, that's going to save me an entire inventory spot. And with that and the prayer regen potions, that should be enough for me to bring an extra brew and a second bastion potion. Alright, so after that little detour of training on the simulator, training my prayer, and then also getting these prayer regeneration potions, I should be ready to go and send my first attempt of the video. I am super excited about this second bastion potion because this is going to allow me to pot up for the difficult waves. Yeah, so that's the plan. I'm just going to try and get as far as I can, not worry about supplies, and if we can just at least make it to Zuck, then that would be huge. Alright, this is where in the past I probably would have just died, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to use my supplies. I'm going to drink a little bit of brew. We're on wave 44. Let's just keep this run going. Oh my goodness, we just solved wave 62, boys. Oh, that's a new PB. That's a new PB. This means we're going to have a shot at wave 63. Starting to get nervous. The supplies look great. We've got one full prayer regen pot, 6 restores, and 6.5 brews. This could actually be the run. Alright, I don't remember if I got a clip from wave 63, but we just still have 64. Dude, the extra bastion potion has been so huge this run. I credit getting this far to that. Let's go into 65. We should have an easy shot here at Jad's. Oh, I think I'm going to be sick. That's literally like the easiest wave in the Inferno. So if you're not aware, wave 65 is one of the easiest waves in the Inferno. It's just 2 rangers and a major. All you have to do is isolate the major and then just pray range. And for whatever reason, I just took way too long. It's like my brain was just an autopilot. It's like I was already thinking about Jad and not thinking about the current wave that I was on. It took me way too long to get to the east side of the pillar, and then it took me way too long to swap to pray range. And while this was 100% my fault, I did do a little bit of thinking and rewatched the tape and realized I did a few things wrong that I could have done better. Number one, I could have started the wave using Rigor. That gives me a 25% defense buff. The fact that 4 of the 5 Ranger hits actually hit me is a little bit, I'm not going to say it's unlucky, but if I would have had better defense, they're not that accurate. Usually, you would have a couple of extra zeros in there. And also, I have 5 full super restore potions left. I don't need that much. I could possibly bank one of these and bring a tank body. And honestly, I kind of didn't want to do this out of pride, but the way I look at it, if I'm only using it on the really difficult waves, who cares, man? I just want to get the cape. Lesson 1. Defense matters. And then my next 2 attempts were honestly embarrassing. I died at wave 30. Don't even really know how that happened. And then on my next run, I died on wave 55. And this was just a really stupid death. It really wasn't that difficult of a situation. I could have ran east, either killed the blob while praying mage, or I could have just killed the mage if I wanted to flick. But instead, I decided to try and off-tick the ranger and the major and run to the west side of the pillar, which I did incorrectly and I died. But that actually brings up a really interesting point, and that's that whenever you get to a new personal best in the Inferno, you automatically think your next run you're going to get right back there and do it again. And it's really easy to just rush and make stupid mistakes, but you have to learn to slow yourself down and take each run seriously just like it was your first attempt. Lesson 2. Take your time. We go again. I'm bringing the Bandos chestplate this time, like I should have on the last run. This is going to be good. I think I'm still going to have just enough mage attack bonus. Like I said, I'm only using it on the waves that I really need it, so I should be fine. Wave 31, no problem, man. The flicks are feeling crisp today. I'm feeling good about today. This could be the day. All right, there's wave 51 solved. I'm going to be using my Bandos chestplate now. Let's see if this was worth bringing in. All right, wave 56, we got a little bit of a tricky spawn, I would say. Both blobs on you and the mage behind the pillar, but we handled it with poise. We got through it, and the BCP is already coming in handy. Wave 61 solved, fairly easy spawn here. All right, that is wave 62 solved. Now we're going into the big boy wave, wave 63. This is, in my opinion, the hardest wave in the Inferno. On wave 63, we got a fairly easy spawn. Everything was behind the north pillar, but we did have the major hitting us, and I knew the melee was going to eventually dig, so I just heard No Monkey's voice in my head saying, switch to blowpipe, use those blowpipe specs, throw on rigor, and just kill the melee. All right, here we go. Wave 65. Shot at redemption here. Should be easy, but I feel like I'm like really nervous about this wave now. So we did get through the wave. I wanted to point out I brewed up here. I used the BCP. I threw on rigor. I did everything because I was so scared of this wave. But it's so easy. Like all I had to do was run to the west side here and pray range. Well, unfortunately, I didn't get any clips of myself fighting the single Jad, so you can just enjoy this recreation that I made. But just a quick update on the supplies going into the Jads. Things were looking really good. I had 7 full brews. I had 6 full restores. I had a full prayer regen pot and a full bastion. Well, unfortunately, during triple Jads, I was so locked in that I was just completely silent, clicking like a maniac, and I have no commentating at all on any of this, but I did get a clip as I killed the first Jad, which means that there was only 2 left, and usually when you get down to 2 Jads, it's pretty easy to solve the wave. So we did complete triple Jads, which meant there was only 1 wave left. It was time to fight Zuck. All right, let's do it, boys. Come on, Kill it. Kill it. All right, here's Jad. Let's do it. Shit, no, 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 no. See ya, bitch. All right, here come the healers. Not another set. Not now. Yeah, that sucks. Well, let's watch the tape back and see what we did wrong. First and foremost, tank to Jad hit. Because of that hit, I had to use way more brew than I should have, and that got me short on supplies. And I also wasn't smart. I used one of my Bastion potions, my last dose when I really shouldn't have, and then I was out of Bastion for the end of the fight, out of Bastion for healers, which is just awful. And then finally, well, when the second set spawned, I tried to actually off tick them, is what I was doing there when I was taking so long to switch to Prey Mage. But I actually got super lucky here because I tanked a mage hit when I was trying to off tick on 14 HP. That hit a 0. And then I tanked like 3 or 4 range hits. Like, I actually got pretty close to killing that ranger. Had I been able to kill the ranger, I think I would have gotten the cape. And also I realized looking back, I missed a lot of ticks actually when I was trying to kill the healers. I didn't do a good job of moving 2 tiles and then immediately attacking with my blowpipe. So I lost a lot of damage. And when you're fighting Zuck, you can't afford to miss out on damage. You have to kill the boss. But seriously, I tanked a Jad hit. I tanked a mage hit. I tanked several range hits. Honestly, I didn't deserve this cape. I didn't earn it. I didn't play to my best. I got extremely lucky. And if I would have gotten this cape, it would have just been that. It would have been luck. I didn't deserve this cape, and it's time to get back in there and do a better job. Lesson 3. Kill the f***ing boss. All right, well, I think I'm tired of messing around. I'm going to get this cape. I'm bringing a Justy chest guard this time. Hopefully a little bit of extra tank for the tough waves should help me get through it. Let's pot up. Let's just get this thing done. Dude, I am getting so unlucky on these nibbler spawns. Every time they're split up and every single time they go to the north pillar. I'm on wave 30 and this pillar already has like a quarter of its health gone. All right. We just solved wave 50. So we're getting into the big boy waves now with the major and the ranger. So let's just keep pushing. All right, well, wave 53, the north pillar looks absolutely terrible, but in my head, I just keep thinking what Gnome Monkey said in his video, and that's, hey, I'm on wave 53. I already beat the Inferno. I don't need the pillars anymore. So I'm trying not to chase pillars and get myself killed. All right, we've got wave 54 solved. We're about to go into wave 55 after we kill this blob, and then also wave 56. Both of those waves are tougher waves for me. I've died quite a bit, so I'm going to use my Crystal Shield and my Justy. If I can get through both of those, I should, knock on wood, be able to get to wave 60, and those are like the really big boy waves. So anyway, let's see if we can get through these next 2 waves, and then we'll have a few easy ones before the 60s. All right, there's 55 solved, about to start 56. Wave 56 was kind of ugly for me. I ended up having to use rigor quite a bit and brew, but hey, you know what? My motto was, dude, just get through the wave. So I got through the wave. All right, that's wave 58 solved. About to go into wave 59. Now they start to get a little bit spicy. No monkey might shed a tear if you saw this right here. This maneuver, and there's a fourth pillar in the Inferno today, boys. There is a fourth pillar. Look at us go. On wave 60, things got really interesting. I had a major on the west pillar, and then I had a blob sneaking up the east side of the north pillar. And then to make matters even worse, all of the nibblers went to the north pillar, of course, which had about 25% of its health left. On top of that, I knew that the melee was going to dig, so I corner trapped the blob, threw on rigor, and just waited for the melee to dig, killed the melee, and then dealt with the wave. Honestly, I was really proud of myself on this wave because I know on the first few runs that I did, I 100% would have died here trying to chase the nibblers or something like that. But I stayed patient. I took my time. Wave 61 was a relatively easy spawn, didn't have too many issues there. All right, let's take a look at our supplies here. We just solved wave 62, which some people will say is the hardest wave. Personally, I kind of think 63 is the hardest. Double blob is just not fun to deal with. But anyway, 6 doses of Bastion. We've got 6 full brews, 6 full restores, and a Prayer Regen pot, which I need to go ahead and sip. This is where I get torn. Do I brew up and sip the Bastion going into 63, or do I try and save supplies to go for Zuck? I have decided that I'm not going to die anymore trying to save supplies. So I am going to brew, sip a Bastion, and then go into wave 63 and hope for the best. Wave 63 wasn't too terribly bad. The nibblers went to the west pillar, but I basically just pretended they didn't exist because I was on wave 63. I didn't need the west pillar. And then I had the mage trapped on the east side of the north pillar, so I was able to deal with everything else. Up next, I got to Jad with relatively no issues. I even got through that infamous wave 65 that I will forever hate so much. But I did change up one thing at Jad. I actually took the time to use Blood Barrage on the healers and get my health back just to try and save some brew. I didn't do that on the first run because honestly, I was just too scared to run through Jad with Protect from Melee on. But you know what? I faced my fear and I got to 99 HP and then overbrewed going into triple Jads. Triple Jads yet again. I was too locked in to talk, but here's a clip of me down to 2 of them. So you know what that means. It was time for Zuck. We're going into our second Zuck attempt. Here's the final tally on the supplies that we have. We've got 4 full restores, 6 brews, and a stamina. Should be plenty to do it. Just gotta try and I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I feel really shaky. So I just need to take a deep breath, relax, and get this thing done, you know? Put a lot of hours into getting to this point, and it would be nice to just finish it here. Here we go. Going into Zuck. Let's freaking do this shit, man. Let's end it. Let's end it right here. Let's just freaking do this shit. Oh, for shredding. Love to see it. Ranger dead. Ooh. All right, Jad, we meet again. Let's see if we can send healers here. It would be kind of nice. One more hit. I don't think we got it. It's okay. We'll get it on the next run. Just breathe. Just breathe, Parker. Just breathe. Okay, healers are dead. Please kill this fast. I think I can get it here. Oh my gosh, my heart is freaking thumping. Come on, kill it. Kill it. Please. Kill it. Please. Come on, one hit. One hit. That's it. It's dead. Oh my gosh, let's go, baby. Let's freaking go. Oh my gosh. Oh! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, bro. Holy shit. Holy. Oh my gosh. And after 13 failed attempts, 1 failed Zuck, 1 Wave 65 plank, I can finally say it wasn't about the cape, it was about the journey all along the way and challenging yourself to do something that you didn't think was possible. My hands are shaking, my voice is shaky. Oh my gosh, we didn't tank a single Chad hit, a single Zuck hit. Oh my gosh, put it on, baby. That's it, man. We did it. We got the pixels. But honestly, it really is more than just pixels. This cape, it's just a testament that, man, if you put your mind to something, you can do it. You can do it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Anybody watching this that's wondering whether or not they can do the Inferno, the answer is you can. And with that, guys, we accomplished our goal for the video, so we'll call it here. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Adios.